one thing is for certain and two things are for sure. Loving yourself as a Black person is foundational. So here's my love letter to Black men. If you are a Black man or love Black men, come along for my talk. In the beginning, the Black man was not a problem to be solved. He was a maker, a reader of stars, a builder of calendars, tools, language, and law. Before borders, before race, before the need to explain himself, he stood in relationship with land, water, and sky. He named things, he taught, he remembered. Time moved, empires rose, not because he lacked worth, but because others desired it. His brilliance was mislabeled as instinct, his strength reframed as a threat. He was taught early how to be steady in a world that keeps shifting the rules. He learned new languages without losing rhythm, learned silence as survival, learned humor as armor. A joke became a shield, a look became a warning. He learned how to provide while doors kept moving and expectations stayed fixed. In fields, in factories, on ships, and in cities. On the field, on the court, in ER rooms, and in boardrooms. The Black man carries time forward. He built clocks before he was allowed to own time, designed systems that moved trains, regulated traffic, preserved blood, and kept engines alive. From the survey of a capital to the circus of a computer, his mind has always been in the infrastructure, even when his name wasn't. He has been the backbone of economies that swear they can deny his humanity. They can't, never could. Desired across cultures, copied and styled, defines how clothes sit on the body. From Timbs to quarter zips, his chiseled body turns dress and comfort into power. Tall, dark, and handsome, history knows who that was written for. He carries his mother's prayers like protection, his grandmother's warnings like wisdom, his father's unfinished lessons like responsibility. They try and make him raise his sons and daughters under surveillance, called absent even when he's present every day. When he stays, is minimized. When he leaves, is magnified. Let's be clear. He is legacy walking. He may not be perfect, he may not be mythical, just human. And that alone seems to warrant jealousy. He builds joy out of scarcity, builds laughter under pressure, takes pride in his craft, practices restraint on purpose, keeps dignity by keeping his word. He shows up to the job, to the family, to the moment. Keeps going even when nobody else claps at him. But some of us are jumping for joy when he does. The truth isn't complicated. It just hasn't been honored enough. We have to clap more. We have to hug more. We have to listen longer so they can protect us better because we birthed them. A Black man is visible and unseen at the same time, celebrated and feared, asked to be everything and forgiven for nothing. He is a father navigating legacy, a son carrying expectations, a man negotiating safety, dignity, and ambition in real time. He is not a trend. He is not a threat. He is not supposed to be your daily headline. Black men are not riddles. As far as I'm concerned, the world just keeps asking the wrong questions. From the beginning of time to now, the Black man has never stopped becoming the great man that he is. So this is my love, a Black woman, from me to you. Unapologetic, unmoved, and clear. If that makes anyone uncomfortable, then go sit with it. Because I said what I said.
All right. So let me say this up front. What we're going to hear in this video is not hatred and it's not division and it's definitely not apathy. We're about to hear true honesty. It's a Black sister saying out loud, amplifying what many Black Americans have felt, have wanted to say for a very long time, but either did not have the space or maybe the grace to actually be able to say. Because many a times Black Americans have been everybody's frontline soldier, but nobody's priority. See, everyone shows up when they need, black bodies, black votes, black energy. But once they get what they want, black people then are told to wait, to be patient, to trust the system, or just to be quiet, you know. So when you see black people at this point, you know, choosing peace instead of protest, you know, silence instead of sacrifice, like we are used to seeing them, uh, this is exactly why. So let's watch, let's listen carefully, not just to what she's saying, but why she's actually even saying it in the first place. Yeah, so I'll see you at the end of this.
This is a high five to Black America because I'm tired of people coming for our spirits, tired of the racism, tired of folks acting like we are the poster child for all things negative. I'm spreading some mental sunshine here. If you feel the same and need some of this black pride, come along for my talk. Without a doubt, Black America is a community that's unshakable. The one that shows up at cookouts with foil pans, where everyone leaves with a plate, whether or not they came hungry or not. The unspoken codes that we should never tell. Aunties, unks, young homies, sister girls, a language of care the world refuses to see, but they stay all up in our business. Headlines stack like bricks. Our pain sells. Systems bend slow. Immigrants show up and act like America's history started yesterday. Hollywood acts like it can't make a film about black life that ain't about oppression, selling drugs, 304s, enslavement, Jim Crow, or single mamas who hate their men. Yet most of us suppress it all, living day by day, doing the best we can. But our mental sunshine is pretending everything's okay. It's water in a spirit that refuses to shrink. It's laughter in the kitchen, the gospel of gossip, the art of a perfect side eye, a rhythm that turns ordinary movements into contagious joy. We have carried America on our back more times than a country has ever had the courage to say out loud. We invent, build, sing, pray, hoop, touchdown, dance, educate, fight, and still find it in our hearts to invite others to our cookouts. We keep loving in places designed to break us. Let me ask, where is the credit? Does anyone think that kind of power has light that should be free? Our light has been earned generation after generation after generation after generation by people who learned how to keep standing when the ground moved beneath them. Hope was never a hand me down, it has always been homegrown. Our rhythm runs through this country and the world, even when the credit doesn't. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Music that shaped the world from the roots up, jazz that raised cities, hip hop that rewrote the dictionary, fashion that dictates international runways, lingo that got folks saying bruh and girl please, soul that has stitched itself into everything. Black culture doesn't knock politely at the door. We walk in with an aura because, yeah, we built the house. A culture that doesn't have to explain itself. It just is. A shared look that says a whole paragraph. Humor sharp enough to slice through the mess. Style that's born, not borrowed. Our resilience isn't a burden. It's proof that survival can bloom into brilliance. Brilliance. Blackness in America has always been more than what it endured. Now you got people online whining that they miss black joy. We know you do. But we also know that you probably won't hit that vote and are real quick to stop that reparations check for us. Until you do right by us, y'all already know the rest. Black America laughs with tears still wet. Don't you ever forget you live in full color, even when they try to bleach the edges. Yet, we keep it moving. From Compton to Harlem, the South Side to Gullah Island, Martha's Vineyard to Houston to DeKalb County, Georgia, and everywhere in between. Keep rocking, Black America. Keep knowing who you are and that you are great. They say gentrification means erasure. I say it means we're about to paint a new canvas. They say Black America does not have unity like other cultures. as if we didn't unite and build our own in Tulsa, Rosewood, Wilmington, and Springfield. And if our unity is not at the barbershop, on front porches, at HBCUs, and even through chants of who picking up them kids from school, why do we even have to continue to tell the world we have mothers and fathers, husbands and wives, aunties, uncles, cousins, play cousins, and even godchildren? Our families are fluid and foundational. Many of us do family reunions, Sunday dinners, and storytelling, passing down legacy. Many of us respect our elders. And let me remind you all that the three children with the highest IQs, surpassing Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton, and Bill Gates, look like me. Black men with the firm handshake, that easy smile, the walk with the swag. And who is the world really referring to when they say tall, dark, and handsome? And ain't nothing like a black woman who turns ordinary into holy ground. We still see mothers giving their children their best, fathers shaping legacy, people loving in ways that rewrite the rules. We're not a 6 o'clock newscast. What they leave out is that other cultures have conflicts as well. Stay with me here. So let's see. There's white on white, there's British on Irish, North versus South Korea, Russia versus the Ukraine, Israel versus Iran, India, Israel versus Pakistan, China versus Taiwan, Dominicans versus Puerto Ricans, Guatemala versus Belize, Fulani versus Yoruba, Trailer Park versus the Upper East Side, conservatives versus liberals. You see where I'm going with this? We may be the highlights every night, but they still have just as many reels. Black America, you may have graduated from the University of Survival. I know I did. But don't let that storm break you. We stay rising. We stay shining. We fly high. You know this. Ballin'. And when we do trip up, I say it's a glitch in the matrix. 400 years of bad code trying to override what's divine. Transformation into a hybrid model that is not our history. Racism exhausts us, but our job isn't to fix racism. We didn't build that mess. God created a world of difference. There are nearly 200 countries and over 7,000 languages on the planet, each one carrying its own story and drama. Why we always gotta be to pick us? Black America, we don't owe the world endless grace. Just by existing brilliantly, beautifully, loudly, quiet, we are already rewriting the future. Just lay low and you'll see. It's time to pour into our kids. Spirit first. Teach them stillness. Teach them to hold the line. The old lifting the young, young holding up the old. So breathe. Protect your joy like land you inherited because you did. Black America deserves to have joy in the best human experience, just like anyone else on the planet. Your mental sunshine isn't borrowed. Don't allow it to be taken because it's already yours.
All right. So what this sister is saying is simple, but it makes many people uncomfortable because it's the truth. Black Americans are tired of basically being used, by everyone. Every major movement in America, the civil rights, the labor rights, the women rights, the immigrant rights, has always leaned on the black struggle. Black people marched, black people bled, black people are criminalized, everything But when it's time to fight for black issues, for example, police violence, mass incarcerations, wealth theft, housing discriminations, suddenly everyone else goes silence. It doesn't matter how much black people have fought for them. When now it's time for them to, for black people to ask for the same energy, everybody just, goes to silence. They forget, basically. And this is where people get it wrong. When black people say, currently, we are stepping back from the protest, it's not apathy and it is not selfishness. It's self-respect, basically, because how many times do you fight for a people that basically will never fight for you? Immigrants come into America, for example, and immediately benefit from the doors that were forced open by Black Americans, Black struggles, labor protections, anti-discrimination laws, voting rights. But instead of gratitude, instead of crediting the people that fought the battles for them, opened the doors for them, too often and many times, what follows is distancing, judgment, and sadly, disrespect. And really, let's be real. Black Americans have been made the foster child of America's failures. The economy crashes, they blame Black people. Crime exists, blame Black people. Politics collapses, Black voters. Meanwhile, the same system that exploits Black labor and also works, overtime to try and erase Black history. Black inventions are hidden, Black achievements, they are minimized, and Black contributions are even rewritten out of books, out of libraries, and out of texts. So when Black Americans say, give us space, mind your business, and fight your own battles alone, that's not hatred and that's not selfishness. That's kind of wisdom that they have earned, they have learned the hard way. They have learned that in America, when Black people fight for others, it's called unity. you know. But when Black people ask other people to fight for them, it's called entitlement and all other descriptions. And that's the double standard that is really exhausting for Black people. So no, this moment of calm, this refusal to rush into every protest, every political panic, or every economic meltdown, this is not no indifference. This is Black Americans finally saying, we choose ourselves this time round. Yeah. And honestly, after everything they have given to America, the choice is really long overdue. So, what basically this is trying to say is that respect is not even owed because of the guilt America has towards Black Americans. It's owed because of history. And Black Americans have really paid more than enough, completely more than enough. Yeah. So really, that's my take on this. I don't know what you think about this. Share with me what you think in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel if it's your first time or if you haven't. And I definitely will see you in the next video.